wonder what that's for. Maybe you should stay till the end of the video to find out. Anyways. Hi, Bungo. Welcome to the June 21st edition of the Doodle World Update Recap, where we have a couple small changes to go over, but let's get right into it. Alright, so before we get into things, I just want to say thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into the market with some new skins and the mythology bundle, including a new aura jar, a new effect, and a new sticker, an info box, a theme, and a Chilantel skin. That's the mythology bundle. We got feigning 700 doodles catching a misprint Nimbell, which is interesting. That's pretty unique, I guess. Everybody's going to start chaining Nimbell now. And the usual complete 2 runic runs. We got our old bundles from before, and we still have our hat tricks. We have our new skins, including Kaiju Nepteros, Chemical Scientist Toxode, Plum Blossom Bunchy. This, I believe, is the final evolution, just like a Genshin Impact reference. Pretty obviously the two. Anyways, Gardner Budsiller. And do we have any more? Yes, we do. Star Traveler Arkuma. We have the Aura Jars. We got Blossom Acorv. And then we can go to the old skins. I don't know why this says new. This is an old Tea Time Grunkle skin. We have Maneki Infernius, Tea Time Grunkle, Kimono Cacmeow, Scribbled Pebblet. So this actually is new-ish. As you can see, it is redesigned. So we have a new Scribbled Pebblet skin. We have Sea Captain Shiwi and the good old trinkets. But now, go over some of the teasers and things we've seen change. Starting off with Pompabore. So let's go over to the Doodlepedia page, whenever I can find him. I swear he's around here. He is. Pompabore. He has a new misprint. So it's a little bit different. You can see unique is the same as before, same as most of the skins, but the misprint is just a tad bit different. Obviously, it's still like the same, a similar shade of brown, same sort of thing. And if we go to Wiglet, it's still the same as before. But that is a pretty cool change. We also have another Dungeons teaser, which you can see on the screen right now. We also have a bunch of these interesting skins, I guess, which are based off of the horse race tests. If you don't know what those are, it's just like a fun little thing that was on Twitter and YouTube for a little while. But we have those. I guess they'll be maybe added to the game. I'd assume so, but a lot of people in the official Discord server actually have that as our profile pictures right now, including some of the staff. So we'll see what that's for. And another thing, before we get into this, sorry for that lag, before we get into this building, we do have a new Pride tint this week, which is Mindrel, and Pride Riode was also made more common. So we have those changes. That should make Riode a lot easier. Apparently it was like impossible to get Riode in runic runs. Now that should be possible. Mindrel, I've seen it already. It is very much possible. And I guess now we'll go over the new code, which is for the improved game performance in the game. I mean, we already had a little bit of lag, so I don't know. I can't really tell. But the the code is performance update for 2 hours of +1 chain booster. That's pretty good. So we got that 2 hours chain booster. And now let's go over into this building. So we have a little secret-ish change. I still don't even know how to solve it. I'm gonna get this video out. If the doodles are figured out, I will have that pinned in the comments below. So what you'll need to do is talk to this NPC. This is Dawn, and then you'll have to show a doodle, and you'll have to show specific doodles to get specific titles, and I'll show it on the screen. You can see one of them. It's based off of the K-pop group Artemis. I think that's how you say it. I'm not a fan of it. That's not my kind of music, but that is a cool little secret title. So if you do have a doodle, just try it out. Try to figure out what doodles they are, and eventually, hopefully, I'll have all of the doodles pinned in the comments below, so make sure to check that. Otherwise, let's go over the balance patches. So we are here in the battle arena, and we have a lot of changes for season 15, which is ranked, it is singles, and Swarm is the only move that is banned. Now, let's go over the changes. So we have a new move in this move tutor called Commanding Blow, which is a beast type, 90% accurate, 60 base power move, but is -6 priority and switches out the target on hit, which is kind of like the beast type Dragon Tail from Pokemon. And we also have Final Gambit, which causes itself to faint, but uses big chunky move. Let's see it on Televine real quick. So you can see 250 damage. This is essentially like Explosion in Pokemon. So massive attack, big damage, but you're knocking yourself out. Let's go over the distribution. So for Commanding Blow, it goes to Gowatt, Coralizard, Monologue, Alienshin, Abyssant, Kelpomer, Seraphine, Metallitra, Calamander, Caramello, Swaptar, Niantoad, Damseal, Seacryon, Girocera, the Flasked line, Melzuri, Arthopex, Giorna, Carrillo, McGordles, Skideen, Gormasol, Flong, and Scourge. As for Final Gambit, that's distributed to Bunswirl, Leozar, Springling, Taruma, Dracothread, Almendra, Anabeetle, Maolican, Tremestive, Desdog, Ostagon, Wolfreeze, Henchum, Scorporuli, Rhinostone, Cacmeow, Mantiscald, Hahaina, Scarfox, Horbeast, Marigram, Hangryfuss, Spunny, Seacryon, Damseal, Frigale, Morphew, Zapwera, and Shinklark. That is a lot of doodles. I would show all of them on screen, but that is that is too many for me to show on one screen. So, if you want, so let's get out of here. Let's talk about the move Tidal Slam, which now has 100% accuracy. However, the power is dropped to 85. Now, for the Savage trait, which is Wolfreeze and Tough Blaze traits, that boosts the attack from 30%. Now, it was originally 30%, now it is 50%. And then for Overcharge and On Region, that went from a 20% boost to a 33% boost. And now for Henchum, Henchum now has the move Greedy Grab, which it learns by level up. And it is basically just the Dark type Disarm. Henchum also got a +10 attack. Marigram, it went down 10 attack, but went up +10 speed. That is massive for it, and it also learns Quick Thinking through printing. Gomut, it now learns Bestial Wrath, which is a really good beast type move, and it also learns Hydraulic Crash for the next key. Aristal now learns Heal from the move tutor. Karyu now learns FTL Assault faster than Light Assault through printing, and also Pursuit through level up. Monologue gets +10 defense, so the big rock gets beefier. Very nice. Werewolf also learns Bestial Wrath through level up, so that's another big beast type attack for the beast doodle. Mantiscald, the frail shrimp, whatever it is, it gets +10 attack as well, so that thing is going to be hitting like a truck. +10, because it was already hitting like a truck. Dayferno gets +15 defense, so it goes from 70 to 85. That's pretty good, considering it is, I guess, a frailer physically doodle, so it'll be able to withstand those hits a little bit more. The Flasked line also now will learn Heal through the tutor, which, again, a little bit bulkier, always nice. Exoval getting the +10 speed for the -5 attack and the -5 magic defense. Obviously, the -5 magic defense isn't great. Losing the -5 attack is perfectly fine. I don't think it's going to worry about that at all. Endoval now has the trait Blight Frost, which now also, it's already had it, but now it also decreases the damage of fire type attacks by 50%, which I guess, yeah, I mean, it's not weak to fire because it has that crystal type, but if you're using it in, for example, doubles, that should work as well, so that'll be nice. Cacmeow A gets the +10 speed buff. Obviously, I mean, you want to be as fast as possible. Getting +10 speed is amazing. Niantou A loses 10 magic attack, which unfortunate, but it gains 20 magic defense, so that thing will be bulky. Catholos now gets Entomophobia through printing, so it gets a little bit of coverage, I guess, with the insect type attack. It loses -5 attack and gets +5 magic attack. Obviously, I mean, yeah, I don't have to say it every single time. Ol gets Reverse Singularity and Mock Charge through printing. Reverse Singularity is crazy good for those bulky doodles, and if you want to have that speed control, Ol is probably one of the better doodles for that now, with its hit and run and being able to take away all of the entry hazards. So you can add Reverse Singularity to that, be able to pivot. Very nice. Tulena gets Final Gambit through the tutor and Solid Charge through printing. Now, if you want to go for the physical side, Tulena, I guess you could do that now. Abyssant gets heal plus 5 HP, and the Abyss Breaker gets a bit of a rework. So instead, it now goes to 90 power. It's no longer magical, it is physical, and has a 30% chance to increase attack. So it is a big attack, and it can also get you possibly stronger. Abyss now gets a little bit of healing to help itself out. Beast now gets Ravenous Rush. It gets that priority attack plus 5 attack. So that'll be a little nice for it. Long also gets Ravenous Rush. I think that it had it before. So maybe I think Wish must have, or they must have taken it away and then given it back. That's nice to see. Memolden, Mind Empowerment gets the +2 magic attack from that. Bionotic gets heal, a little more bulk. Fluppy now has a new signature move, Guiding Light, which is a 30 base power, 100% accurate, light type, magical move. It's basically offensive force repetition, and it gets that through level up. Taser now is 90% accurate, so if you want to have that paralysis, you can now get that a lot more likely. Absolute Zero, also 90% accurate. Curse, 90 or 95% accurate. I guess, I don't know, I wish didn't say, or didn't confirm that, but it's one of the two. It's probably 90. Burning Orbit also went up 5%, now it's at 80% accuracy. Craggle Day gets +10 on both defensives in its awakened form. Oh, very nice. Meltama gets Fiery Slash and Raging Bonfire, 2 physical fire moves. Raging Bonfire, obviously the more riskier one because of the recoil. Fiery Slash, still a pretty good attack. Metal Elytra, +5 defense and plus heal from Tutor. So it gets a little bit of bulk, even though that defense is not great. It's only 70. It's not amazing, but I mean, you know, you might withstand another hit. Desdog getting the +10 attack. Emoticat getting plus Pursuit from printing. So again, with Ryu, it can try to mess you up if you switch out. Bubble A gets +10 magic defense, a little bit bulkier. Kelpimer gets the Foreign Substance from Tutor. Weather Bottles also go from 4 turns to 5 turns. Empowered Ring also buffs attacks by 30% instead of 20% now. Ruler changes. It now reads, if you use an attacking move that can miss, it will always hit but do 25% less damage. Crystal Storm is upped from 5 uses to 10 uses. Jalect gains 20 magic attack and also gets Energy Wave from the scroll. So Jalect gets a big buff attack-wise, even though a lot of them are used for support. Now the Holiday Spirit, the gifts from that now will cure statuses. I believe Holiday Spirit is from Jiglark A. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Bubble gets +5 magic attack and also Unguarded Strike at level 60. So it gets another physical attack, but it also gets a magic attack buff. Toxicity gets concentrated as a 3rd trait. Cryoterra, the vocalist buff is from 30% to 50% now. Squonk, it gets buffed in the ugly trait. Now it's no longer 2 turns of taunt, it's 3 turns. I remember that from the Draft League, how brutal it felt to have Squonk use its taunt, which was really nice. I mean, the plays in it were great, but to only have 2 turns is like hardly anything. So that's nice to see. Ignisect and Incandesect both get Beast Summon now at level 55. Swellmouse A goes from the 30% decrease from Jabcross to 25%. Craggle Day and Potterfiend both get heal. Omlatrot gets +5 speed and attack but loses 10 magic attack. Mothra gets 5 HP. And Beetle gets 10 HP and 5 attack, so that's a pretty good buff. Ribital gets Compose. Seraphim gets Hit and Run, so it gets that pivot. Ostagon gets Ready to Fight. And Grufflin gets Wing Slash and Aerial, both from printing. Now we also have the stat rework for Geluminous, so it loses 5 HP. It gains 20 defense, loses 5 magic attack, loses 10 magic defense, and gains 7 speed. So it also gets Radiant Beam from level. So its magic attack gets a little weaker, its defense gets a lot greater, its HP gets a little weaker, its magic defense gets a little weaker. So at the end, it's really just a buff of its defense and its speed, which, I don't know, we'll see if that's good. Lurgalid gets another 10 attack, so it should hit a little harder. Hibiscus gets Compose, Fruit Toad, 10 HP, and empty calories. Candykin, now sugarcoating, 1/4 damage decrease at full HP is now 1/3 damage decrease at full HP. And Paraflame, Pyroclast, it's a magical fire type move, fully accurate, and it does 55 power. And it doubles if the user has no held item. So it's kind of like Acrobatics, but the reverse, which is, pretty cool. Hyena now gets Icefall from the scroll. And Merciless, is now Last Laugh. Alienshin gets haste from printing, Skidian gets pursuit from printing, and Vixlor gets quick thinking from printing. Taruma, Goat, and Kaleidoskunk all get jealousy from printing. Kaleidoskunk now gets daze from the scroll. Leazar gets fin slash, the water move, okay, from printing. Stagine gets mind empowerment from the tutor. Orovalis also gets mind empowerment, but Orovalis also gets Siren Song and Airstrike from printing. And now for the long list of nerfs, we have Vigilante losing Sharpen, Hazination going from Chi Blast to Dark Blast, and Snowclone losing Mind Empowerment and Compost. So we had all of those buffs and 3 nerfs. That's interesting. Oh, goodness. But that was basically everything. As said by me, you can also check that in the official Discord server. But that should be it for the update. I believe that is everything. I'm just trying to check if there's anything else. I guess the fact that Doodle World was supposed to be in the hatch event, it is no longer going to be that. I was also planning on doing videos for that, but with the ongoing situation and with my current availability, I will definitely not be doing that event. No chance. If it's a bit of a mess right now, but Doodle World will not be in it. A lot of major games will not be in it as well. That should be everything for this update. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.